Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's Egal Talks Football. We're back again with another video. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. We got a lot to discuss today. Of course, Arsenal got smashed by Manchester United 3-2 at the end at the Emirates. Honestly, you can't even call that a smashing. That's just the comfortable beatdown, 3-2 at the end. And Arsenal lose to Man United, opens up the door for Man City, who's now 4 points behind, back to winning ways. Is the time up for Arne Slot at Liverpool? There's rumors that Xabi Alonso could be headed to Liverpool very, very soon. He could be headed to Liverpool as their next manager very, very soon. We're going to have to wait and see what happens there. And of course, rumors around Cole Palmer potentially wanting to leave. Yes, Cole Palmer potentially wanting to leave. We're going to have to wait and see what happens there also. There's just so much little things going around. Honestly, I don't know where to begin. But one thing I will say is shout out to everyone in the comment section. Please do check out today's title sponsor, none other than OK Jersey. The link is in the description. And of course, you can check out the thing right below and use the QR code here to make sure you guys get all set up. But before we go any further, we got Bice in the building. The rest of the boys are going to be joining us as they go. But yeah, Bice, man, how you feeling, man? Before we get into Arsenal, we'll save Arsenal for a bit. Let's get into Chelsea. What do you think about Chelsea's win?
Serious win. Serious win. I love the performance. I love the energy. But I mean, it's a depleted Crystal Palace team, but still, like, I loved everything about the performance. Every Esteval goal, I loved how Enzo was playing. It's looking good. I just need it to be just a little bit more under control. I think we look good, but we have yet to play like a serious team. So that's just what I'm waiting on.
You played Arsenal. We beat you.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm talking about if we were looking at the big run of games outside of Arsenal, we haven't really played anybody. You know what I'm saying? So
So
that's
are
why I
you
want to
one of
see
those
some.
people you're basically like putting that Arsenal game in the mud. You don't care about it. You just
Yeah,
looking
I
at
already
the
knew he was gonna lose it. You see what I'm saying? I already knew he was gonna lose it. So I'm like, let's just see where we stack up against the others, and then we'll take it from there. I don't think we've played anybody that's gonna push us out of our comfort zone. You know what I'm
Mm. Somebody said, OK Jersey gave other content creators 15% off codes. How come you ain't got it? I don't know. Maybe they're making them more money. I don't know. Maybe those people are making them more money, so they
saying?
give them more discounts.
Listen, man, you can't hate on other people's deals. You're doing a good job. If anything, it goes up soon. Inshallah.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, big up to Juju. Let's go to the Cole Palmer thing, bro. What's going on with Cole Palmer? Because I'm seeing left, right, and center. I'm seeing conversations about Cole Palmer to Manchester United. I did hear a couple months ago that Cole Palmer was interested in potentially going back to Manchester. And I thought if he was going to go back to Manchester, he'd want to go back to Vader's team. Big up Vader in the building. I thought
What
if
up?
he go back to Manchester, he'd want to go back to Vader's team. But the links are now that Cole Palmer could actually be headed to Manchester United.
Nah, I don't see him going back to City. I just think in terms of his position, it's too saturated. They already have too many left footers as it is. Like going to United, failing team, the PR, it would make sense if he was going. He ain't going nowhere. At least for another
Nah.
2 years. So
Hey,
I don't buy
bro,
into it.
the reporter is one of the biggest Manchester United reporters for the Sun. I know it's the Sun, but this guy is really clued in with Manchester United news. Like I know. I want to hear what you have to think of Vader. Imagine you're your academy boy wanting to go to Manchester United because he was a former Manchester United fan when he was younger.
Yeah, I mean the academy is going to have players out of Manchester, and he happened to be a United fan as a kid. Him going to United, I don't see it go. I don't see it working out from a business standpoint. That's why I don't see Cole Palmer going there. But liking the club,
What do you mean by that?
the contract he's under at Chelsea, the potential and how important he's been for the club, I don't see them being like, yeah, you're on your way to United. I don't see it happening. And if it does happen, we're looking at a record signing. We're gonna look at a record signing it for the Prem if he's going to United because he's under contract. What, he's under contract for another 6 years or something like that.
Yep.
They're gonna pay big money. It's not happening.
I mean, where would they play? They'd have to get rid of Bruno. I don't see that happening with how he's been playing lately.
That's true.
So I don't think they made the move. That's what I'm saying. At least if it happens in 2-3 years, the guy's gonna look back and be like, "See, I was right. So just you know what I mean. I don't take much.
2-3 years from now, that don't mean nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
That
So
doesn't mean
like,
anything.
guys will say, "Oh, he's linked to here. They have an admiration. He's open." Just because someone's open to a move doesn't mean they're gonna do it. Like, I just don't think. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. United of all places, I don't see it happening.
He's on a death row contract also.
Well, I mean, he won. He came. He played. He played well enough to be the face of the club. He's got it. He's the number 10. I don't see him leaving. What, 4 after year 3? This is year 3. Yeah, I don't see him leaving after year 3. I think he's gonna try and make his name here, try to win some more things here. If he ends up going to United afterwards, like a 1 month type of thing, all right, cool. But we've seen United. But remember, 1 month left when it was 27, 28, went to United and they wasted that. I think he's being mindful of that. Until he sees real structure over there, I don't think he leaves Chelsea. Because our structure might be what it is, but at least he can see a clear, a clear path at the moment. Don't see that at United.
Yeah.
With all due respect. All due respect.
All right, what are we saying, Peter? What are we saying about what do you call it before Ahmed joins us? Ahmed, where the hell are you?
He's living life. 2 wins in a row.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, where are you?
Bro, man's in the gym, bro. Man's in the gym, bro, smoking on that flipping Arsenal pack. That's what I'm doing, mate. You get me, yeah? Smoking on that Arsenal pack, yeah. We're working out, bro. Yeah? We're ready, man. We're ready for you. We're ready for you, bro. We're ready for you, yeah? We're ready for you. Yeah?
This guy's on the treadmill calling in.
100%, bro. That's what you call, yeah, dedication, bro. Do you get me? Yeah? Dedication, teamwork, flipping tenacity, finishing, clinicalness, yeah, all of it, yeah. I am absolutely gassed to the moon, bro. Take me to the moon right now and take me anywhere I want to go with it. Yeah. That Arsenal blood, inject it to my veins. Big up the community, big up the chat. Make sure you drink water. Make sure you drink Egal's tears in it, yeah, because today we're going to be injecting it and we're going to charge it until the end of the season. Yeah, big up Vita, bro. I'm doing you a favor, Vita. Don't bottle it. Do you get me?
I appreciate that.
I'm doing you a favor. Do you get me? I don't even want Man City winning it. But you see Arsenal fans, yeah, these lot have been talking spicy about Gyökeres, Bukayo Saka, Ebrice Eze. They want to talk about my number 10 in Konya, bro. He dunked on the Emirates. What's he doing that? Do you get me? Yeah. Light work, bro. 100%. You can't be talking about my players again.
I rate it.
You can't be talking about my players yet. The difference in quality between Arsenal and United on paper. Bro, let me tell you the difference between Arsenal and United. When it comes to on paper and quality-wise, it's not really far off. What you have over us is consistent management with the same gaffer for over 6 years, and they've been playing with each other for the longest, innit? So again, when you look at the players that we brought in, we've had so many different managers, and the consistency comes from the gaffer and how he sets his team out. And when you literally play with the similar players on a daily basis, right? Everyone's familiar with their roles, their instructions, everything, right? We had Ruben Amorim for a year and a half, and he's gaslit people into thinking that these players aren't good enough. We need to revamp the whole midfield. You know what's funny? He was going to sell Kobe Mainoo. This is the same Kobe Mainoo and Casemiro that won the midfield today against Arsenal, right? I got told that Casemiro can't play in the Premier League. I got told that he's got no legs. Man put in back-to-back quality performance against 2 of the best teams in the league in Man City and Arsenal. People need to start respecting the players that we brought, bro. And Mbeumo's not even been playing well, and he's our top goal scorer. Yeah, Matheus Cunha hasn't even been performing, and he's been off the bench the last Arsenal and City, and he's dunked on both clubs. Do you get me? No one can say that we were lucky. Both performances under Michael Carrick has been amazing, right? Quality performance, and you know what? Arsenal almost got away with it with a jammy draw. They almost got away with it, almost got away with it. I'm seeing a lot of people talk about, dorgu handball, Maguire handball. You lot are reaching. There is no referee excuses, right? That's 2 wins that Michael Carrick has over Arteta. 2 wins. Wow. Can you believe it?
Wow.
It's crazy to me, bro. How can a manager like
2
Carrick,
different interim stints as well.
2 different interims, exactly. How are you telling me that our players are rubbish when we were under a gaffer for a year and a half? A new manager comes in who was sacked at Middlesbrough, made a difference within 2 minutes.
Undefeated for Carlo Ancelotti. You don't see us saying anything about it.
Huh?
Arteta's undefeated versus Carlos Ancelotti. You don't see me talking about it every day.
But who cares about Carlo Ancelotti, bro?
Wow.
Yeah? Do you get what I'm saying? No one cares about Carlo Ancelotti. All I'm going to say to you, Egal, the difference on paper between Arsenal and United is not far off. If you told me, are you taking any Arsenal attacker right now? I'm not taking any Arsenal attacker. The only thing that I'm taking,
you're not taking Bukayo Saka.
No chance. Man. Ahmed's a better player than him. No chance. Ahmed's a better player, bro.
Ahmed's a better player. Bro, you're
100%.
You're chatting shit, bro. Listen,
100%. Yeah.
For your cup final, you got excited because you beat Man City. Then you came and beat Arsenal. This is all you had to play for. Anyways, you have nothing else to play for. For fair play, you guys. If I'm gonna be objective, you guys played well. You guys deserve the win. It's not a thing where it's like we can sit here and cry about little things here and there. I mentioned the dorgu handball, but realistically, that's not the reason why we lost. The reason why we lost is because we weren't good enough on the ball. We were giving away the ball sloppily all over the place. Zubimendi had a horrific game. Zubimendi gave you guys the first goal. Zubimendi was one of the faults for the dorgu goal also. Cunha's goal was really good. Substitutions were kind of all over the place for Arteta. And all around, I just thought
were those panic subs. Were those? Have you seen him make that many?
He kitchen
four substitutions.
He did really kitchen sink subs at 50-something minutes. What?
Yeah. He did the same thing last game.
Egal. Let me tell you something, right? Sorry to cut you off here. You brought in Victor Gyökeres, right? As he's your out and out number 9. He's your striker. Last season, you said not just you. Everyone wanted a number 9 who could score goals.
Yeah,
you brought in Victor Gyökeres. Exactly, yeah. They were talking about his record for Portugal. He's come into this Arsenal team and has added nothing. They told us, right? We want Jesus back. We want Havertz back.
He didn't start the game. If you're gonna talk about a striker, talk about Jesus.
Bro, the guy had a 1v1 and he let out for a clearance.
Hear me out.
Yeah, that's worth talking about.
That wasn't even going to be. That wouldn't have been stood.
For me, I don't blame Gyökeres for that miss. I don't blame him for that miss. You
don't blame him for the miss.
I don't. Let me tell you why. The hardest part was getting that ball and moving that defender to get into that position, bro. The ball's still bouncing. It kind of shinks off. That was his 4th touch of the entire game since coming on.
Okay.
4. You talk about Gabriel Jesus, that guy was suffering.
How many?
The only difference between Gyökeres and Gabriel Jesus in that game was Gabriel Jesus is willing to come all the way to the half line to get the touch of the ball and run back up. That's it.
Yeah.
They did not make use of him at all. So when I'm here, Arsenal fans talking about, Gyökeres is shit, bring me Jesus. Gyökeres is shit, bring me Jesus. Them guys don't know what they're talking about, because we saw Gabriel Jesus struggle to get the ball in good areas, struggle to get ball in areas where a striker can make an actual impact. You saw Saka, this fake cross gimmick just to cut back the ball. Odegaard, this fake look up to the left gimmick just to run all the way to the middle of the field and lay it off to a centre back. This is coaching. There's no reason Arsenal challenging for the league and Leeds makes better use of their strikers than you guys. There's over half of the league uses the strikers better. That's just a fact.
No, but listen, Vice, yeah. You can say that Gyökeres, that was his 4th touch or whatever. I don't know how many touches Cunha had, but you see when you're a good footballer, yeah, and you have good fundamentals, right, and you've got that pretty much patterned up, you don't need to have loads of touches of the ball, to be able to at least get something on target, right? So we can give all the benefit of the doubt to Victor.
Cunha got involved in the game early though. Once he came on the pitch, he got the ball. Like, this is the thing that I'm talking about. He's one of those guys that can play with or without the ball. When they're talking about to make an impact in that game, you wouldn't all right. if Gyökeres started and Jesus came on to run at tired legs, it would have been way different. Once Gyökeres came on, it was easier for Arsenal to play the ball wide because the centre back had it. Arsenal just can't play the ball through the middle of the pitch, and that's poor.
Yeah,
Eze came
and
on,
also, bro,
barely got nothing done.
yeah, bro, you know what's mad? Yeah,
Mm.
even if Victor Gyökeres started that game, I'm gonna shout out this player because I don't even rate him and I don't even want him at Man United. But you see Harry Maguire, that is a colossal performance.
Elite,
Colossal performance, yeah.
big game player.
What a big game player, bro. I've seen it against Man City. He absolutely locked off Haaland with Lissandro Martinez. I thought Lissandro Martinez, yeah, he made some good interceptions, but I feel like he struggled a little bit when Gyökeres came on. Yeah, he was kind of not winning
Thanks
his
for the
duels.
first goal, by the way.
Sorry?
Lissandro Martinez to thank for the first goal.
Yeah, Lissandro Martinez, yeah. He should have been a lot stronger, yeah, when Timber was on him for that build-up, when you guys created, when Saka gave it in and then Erdegaard hit it and then it went to Timber, right? So again, Luke Shaw today, I mean, there was a few instances where Saka got past him a couple of times, but for the most part, he had them on lock. Dallo is a player who's been playing out of form, and Trossard didn't do anything. You guys switched Bukayo Saka to the left-hand side, brought in Madueke. He's another player, Madueke, who's not done anything in the Arsenal shop, bro. Let's be real. You brought him in for 50 mil, and off the bench, he looks Madueke, bro. He's not done anything in an Arsenal shirt in the Premier League, right?
He's
He's not
done
offered anything.
nothing. He was
Bro,
doing nothing
I'm
for
not gonna lie.
Chelsea
There's
in the
so many
Premier
things
League.
you could talk about, but you choose to talk about irrelevant topics. I'm not gonna
Shall,
lie.
shall, shall I tell you why it's important?
You could have mentioned Dorgu talking shit before the game and scoring. You could have mentioned
Yeah.
Cunha coming off the bench and scoring.
Listen,
You could have mentioned Mbeumo. You could have mentioned Bruno.
yeah,
But you want to talk.
listen.
You want to run agendas on Gyökeres and Madueke. Like,
No,
is
it's not.
Madueke
It's not.
relevant in this conversation?
It's not agendas here. We're pointing out your. It's not agendas. We're pointing out the players that you brought in who were supposed to offer you something in it when the going gets tough, right? Gyökeres was brought in to be a starter. He's not really done much. Eze was brought in to be the difference maker. You played him on the left. You played him in the 10. He's not really offered anything. He's still stuck in that Tottenham game. Ever since he scored a hat trick, he's not really offered you anything on the ball or off the ball. Hasn't really created that much. So again, big up to Patrick Dorgu. I didn't really rate him at the beginning when he was playing as a left back. I didn't really like him there. Ever since that, he's played further up the pitch. He's been a different player. That goal that he scored is absolutely magnificent. What a finish, bro! Yeah, he scored. That goal is insane. People aren't deep in how great that goal is, and it wasn't a handball. It wasn't a handball, by the way. That goal.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
Right.
a handball.
It wasn't. Yeah, that goal rightfully so. And you know what? With Mbeumo,
You're on mute, Egal, because you're talking nonsense.
exactly. With Mbeumo, yeah, this Mbeumo guy. You know what I've realized about this guy Vita? Yeah, he might. But I'll be real. He's not my type of player in terms of how good he looks on the eye. But you know what? In big games, he will score you a goal, regardless of how bad he plays.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Man City,
Yeah.
he scored. Arsenal, he scored.
Who?
Mbeumo is a player who doesn't really play that well throughout the whole 90. But when you really need a goal from him, he turns up. You've got other players who are probably going to perform better than Mbeumo. But Mbeumo's our best finisher, and he's got the most goals at Man United. I think he's our top goal scorer. So, shout out to Casemiro as well and Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo was about to get sold, and then what's it called? Luckily, that we got rid of Ruben Amber. I'm super happy with the midfield performance. Yeah, Casemiro. People say to me like, "Oh, you need to move on from this guy," but bro, the guy played a masterclass against Man City with Rodri, and he's done the same thing against Declan Rice. Don't try and tell me that this guy is finished. Right? I'm actually upset that he's leaving Man United. Do you get me? Because I think he's got at least a good 1 to 2 years in him. So, yeah, on paper, I'm happy. The biggest thing that I'm happy about with Man United is how we look off the ball. Off the ball, we look fantastic, bro. We look fantastic. Arsenal, can you please name me one opportunity that Arsenal created from open play, barring that header that Declan Rice put in, where Lemon saved it? I can't think of anything.
Yeah,
What did they create?
that's typical Arsenal though. Open play isn't really their strong suit.
Yeah, but that's what exactly, bro.
And for me, if we're being honest, I think, and I know a lot of Arsenal fans say it, Egal himself has said it sometime, Zubimendi and Declan Rice together consistently does more harm than good for the team. Because I think Arteta's trying to do this thing where Declan Rice is more of like the
Wait.
8 out of the two.
What about Saka's? What about Saka's near post? You forget that?
I already told you
Bro,
how I feel about that. About Saka coming in off the right, man. That
Saka
fake.
near post. Obviously, Gyökeres' chance. And
are we talking about clear-cut chances or half chances? What are we talking about?
Saka's chance on the near post. If your goalkeeper didn't save it, it was squeezing in.
Bro, I'll be real. That's not a big chance missed. That's not a big chance.
That's a big
I don't think
chance.
I think anyone. Yeah. Sorry, go on. Go on.
What about Moreno's chance? What about Moreno's chance that he saved?
What chance did he have?
That was a good chance, to be fair.
Second half, last like 70 minutes.
Yeah, that was a good chance, to be fair. That was a good chance. But
If he didn't save it, it was going just under the bar.
Do you think, all right, I'm going to ask you a serious thing. Do you think that your team just has this, because when United, they just switch off. I don't get how they switch off so quick. It's like once they got the equalizer, right? And then for Cunha to get that ball that quick, like they should be more into the game. They slacked off, and he managed to score that goal. Crazy goal, by the way. That was a good goal.
To me, there's this thing where when we don't score first, we tend to like chase the game and end up dropping points. When we score first, we tend to win because we either shut down the game or drop off and limit the opponent to nothing. This was the first time where our defense didn't outperform our attack. Our defense was just as bad as our attack in this game. For us to concede 3 goals for the first time in 121 games, it just gets to tell you we needed our attack to step up. We needed to score 3 to 4 goals in this game to get something out of it. And realistically, we just don't score that many goals in a single game on a regular basis. So our defense didn't step up. Our attack didn't step up. The momentum was all shifted to Man United because they scored the second goal and they were leading from that position. And from when they were leading, Man United, if they're leading a game, they can hold out because they can just play on the counter. It was on us to try to catch them out, and we were unable to get a third goal. Once we scored the second goal, bro, it was like immediately after they scored their goal and the game was done. It's
they scored two counters like almost within 5 minutes of the goal. So the first goal and the third goal, I think it was within 5 minutes of you guys scoring.
Of them scoring,
my question about that is, why is it that you guys switch off during in that time?
It's not switching off. We basically sat back, and that's the mistake.
Sat back, switching off. It's kind of you took your foot off the gas, right?
Semantics. But yeah. I just think
sitting back to defense is wrong. I get it.
All right, you guys sat back and allowed them to play. My whole thing is that can't happen. That can't happen.
I know, but Manchester United's whole MO was that they were struggling to break down teams that were sitting back. So we're like, you know what? If we scored the first goal, let's see what they're capable of doing. Let's try to play their own game against them. And that's where we went wrong.
And it's very surprising that they were able to score 3 with that approach. The fact that you guys were like, you know what, we're going to set up defensively, and they were able to score against you, because again, Arsenal, the best defense. To be fair,
Zubimendi messed up that first goal.
Okay, that was a terrible pass. That was a terrible back pass.
Zubimendi brought them back into the game.
Who are you blaming for the third goal then?
The third goal was just a beautiful goal. You can't really fault anybody for that. I think the
centre back should have stepped up instead of just back. But that's just me.
Yeah, Gabriel was doing his
second goal. You could also fault Zubimendi, because he was trying to look for the handball rather than still playing on. Zubimendi had a disaster of a game. But you know what I want to actually ask about? Is Carrick going to does Ahmed now want Carrick to keep the job?
Absolutely not, bro. Yeah, I'm not reactionary. Yeah, anyone who knows me. Listen. I don't think we're in a position yet to be making reactionary decisions with them. Do you get me? Like, bro, even though Carrick is a better coach than Ollie, I don't think because we won 2. Let's be real. Amazing dubs. I want to see how we play against the smaller teams. the smaller teams, yeah, is what we've been struggling for the longest. Because even though we have turned up against bigger teams in the past, but the way how we played is very good. Big up to Carrick. I don't want him to be the full-time manager. If there's managers out there like Enrique, De Zerbi's out there, that's what we should be aiming for. Do you get me? Right? So making emotional decisions and giving it to another ex-United player, I don't really want that. I think it's very, I think it's quite reactionary. I don't want him as the full-time manager. But, like, it depends who's out there, innit? It depends who's out there. So, it depends who's out there. I'm not...
Anyways, the next conversation that do you guys have anything to cook with, or what are you saying? Because I feel like you guys aren't really going hard.
Listen, for me, the reason why I'm not going hard is because of one reason and one reason only.
You're playing me.
I have to see what's going on at least by March, April. And that's and when I say that, it's not that I'm trying to cop out or anything like that. I just think this 4-point gap thing, people are making more of a big deal out of it than it actually is at the moment. But because I don't see. It all depends on the manager from now on and how he gets those guys to lock back in. We've seen City chase the last 2-3 years, and they've done it successfully. I think they
didn't do it last year.
No, I mean in terms of be that person that's going after it. That's what I mean by chase. I mean that there might be that person that's going after it. And I think they're finally okay with doing that. I think they're finally okay with doing that because it's yielded some results for them. I think last season, the first time they haven't had a trophy in like what, 8, 6, 8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, it was disappointing making it to the final and not securing it versus Crystal Palace, but it was. I mean, I don't need to cook so much, but I do want to. I'm curious of what Egal, because Egal had a lot of conversations, Egal and his people, Dio and all those guys about own goals. You want to talk about your goal scoring?
If Dio was here, I'd probably go hard. I can't lie.
All right. Let me talk about this because I feel like you could cherry pick anybody's stats and just look at that and be like, you know what?
you do it. You do it often.
Yeah. So if we're gonna actually look at what you have behind you, that is very healthy. That's very healthy to have your team spread out the goals to that level where you have the second most goals scored and the whole team spreads it out. That's very healthy. There's nothing wrong with having a mixture of players. Come the end of the season, I have no doubt over my mind that we're going to have about 4 to 5 players who are going to be near 10 Premier League goals. And if 4 to 5 players are equaling 50 goals, that's great. What I have a problem with is if those same players are not performing on a consistent basis.
Yeah, but Egal, you've been spreading out goals for ages. It's not like it's never happened.
That's not true. That's not true. Aubameyang was our only goal scorer back then. Alexis was our goal scorer back
2
then.
years ago.
I mean, he got rid of those guys though.
He got rid of them.
Within 6 months, he got rid of them guys.
Oh,
so I can't give him that.
What's good, Rack?
What was? Oi, Rack it up. Come on now.
Rack showing up. I respect it. it. No hiding.
We're gonna talk about Liverpool. We're currently on the Arsenal goal section, bro. My main point is I don't think. Number one, I seen the Sky Sports stat where they're talking about all these guys who barely scored goals in this many games. They're overdoing it. One second.
They're overdoing it.
Man's getting the Berta call, you know.
Hey, listen.
Bro, he's getting
the brown envelope call from Emirates as we speak.
Rock, he's getting that Berta Gyökeres refund, bro. I'm telling you, mate, yeah? That's what he's getting. He's getting that refund, bro.
No, because you know what it is? M was supposed to be here since the beginning, and I think he forgot. You know what? Maybe this is a good opportunity to talk about City in between, going back to Arsenal in a bit. But before we go there, I just want to say, the goal scored, I don't think it's necessarily a problem because at the end of the day, because we're still the second top goal scorers. We're still doing enough to win these games goals wise. This performance versus Manchester United was not down to our lack of goal scoring. It was down to our them being able to score 2 screamers and us not being able to control the game good enough.
The reason why you didn't win that game is because your man.
I feel like
No.
saying
The reason
screamers is a disservice. I can't
it's a
lie. I feel
disservice.
like in
It's
a
a
way it's kind of a
disservice.
disservice.
Cunha's goal was good.
The reason why, you lost that game is because you see your manager don't. See what Detroit did he say? He don't have the cojones, bro, to let off the shackles.
Why that's bullshit?
It's
bro,
true.
bro,
It's true.
The reason why we know
You got to
that's
own that
bullshit-
one, Egal. You got to own that one.
No. That's bullshit. Because if anything,
Can I explain it to you? Can I explain it to you?
if anything, 90% of the league has no cojones when they play Arsenal. They go into a
Wait,
shell.
what?
No. Forget about other teams here.
When you play against Arsenal, you sit
When
your
you're the
line
superior
back.
team, no, it's a matter of you being the superior team.
I don't want to hear it from you, Vader. You guys came to the Emirates and parked the bus for 90 minutes.
We've done that once based off of how we took an approach versus you. Every time we play you, we go toe to toe.
No, but this season, you didn't care. You cowered like a little girl.
Wait, if you call it coward, how do you not have that same reference to how you've been playing? This is the problem with your energy, Egal. Egal, this is the problem. No. You said what you had to say. Let me respond.
We still play a high line. We don't sit back.
No, this is my problem. No, this is my problem. What are you talking about? You're trying to make it seem now when you saw it once from City that it was cowardice, when that has been you systematically. That has been you. And you don't use those same descriptions when you talk about your club. So let's keep the energy consistent.
Reality is 90% of the league sits back on Arsenal. And when it comes to even the top teams, they sit back. Liverpool came to our house. They knew what they had to do to win. They sat back. When it comes to Chelsea in their own yard, what do? They sit back. When it comes to you coming to the Emirates, what do you guys do? You sit back.
You're experiencing that for one. You're experiencing that for one season. You're experiencing that for one season.
But are we not talking about this season? We're not talking about 20 seasons.
Your energy was different when that was an approach that was taken to Liverpool and City. That was never your reference. That was never how you saw the game. Now, while it's happening to Arsenal, you seem to see everything clearly now.
Because we got mocked for sitting back. Now teams are sitting back against us, and we're getting mocked for not being able to break it down. It's hypocritical. The same thing we were getting mocked for, we're now getting criticized for the opposite. It's ridiculous.
For me, I think calling them screamers kind of took something away, bro. It takes something away from the quality of the goal.
Really good goals. They played better. They were the better team.
But look at the situations in which those goals were scored.
What do you want? You're complaining about it. What do you want?
What do you think I'm complaining about, Rack?
But you're complaining. You're saying everyone's being hypocritical. What do you want them to be? Do you want them to not be hypocritical?
Yeah.
Well, tough ain't gonna happen. People are hypocrites.
Fair.
Thank you.
That's what you want. If that's what you want, then it ain't gonna happen. You better get used to it. People are always be like, oh yeah, they'll make one excuse for them, and they'll make another excuse for other teams. If you want different, you don't know football, because that's unfortunately that's everybody. That's how sports is. Everybody does it.
You know what, Rack? You're 100% right, and I see it last year with how I spoke about Liverpool compared to how people are speaking about me this year. 100%. I was salty last year, but now it's just become the norm. Every year, they're just going to say it's a weak league if City doesn't win it.
I'm not going to say it's a weak league, because I think a lot of teams, I said it at the beginning of the year, a World Cup year, we're going to see some crazy performances, crazy results, players that we don't usually talk about, we're going to talk about them, because guys want to go to the World Cup come July. It's just a fact. Guys just want to be there, and guys are going to try and play on a different level. My issue is, in regards to the teams and the leagues at this moment in time, I don't want people to make it seem as if we have to take results with a grain of salt. Now what you're seeing is guys locked in, and players actually locked in to being there for their countries at the end of the year. You see, when with your game, like the first goal was scored within 8 minutes. 8 minutes after you scored, right? The second goal was in 3. Quality goals, I admit that. However, calling them, the screamers, but saying screamer, for me, it takes something away because of the situation in which the goal was scored and how some of those goals were scored. That Zubimendi back pass is unacceptable. That's something you have to be more aware about.
Zubimendi had his worst game ever.
You
But
know
yo,
what I'm
let me
saying?
just
It's
say
a bad
this.
game.
Bringing it back to what Vader said. I hear you, Vader. I get where you're coming from. But one thing I will say is the reason why I criticize Man City compared to what I'm doing with Arsenal is because till now, let's look. You guys even agreed with me by going and signing Semenyo. You guys seen that you did not have enough goals in the team. You went and signed Semenyo.
We signed Semenyo because we had injuries to our attacking players. We had Oscar Bob injured. We had Savinho injured.
Oscar Bob and Savinho have not scored or gotten assists all season. So
Oscar, I just finished saying that they were injured. That's why we went and got Semenyo.
Even when they played, they still didn't produce.
But for me,
with them being injured is why we went into the market. Sorry, Bice, 1 second. The reason why we went out and got a player in Jan is because the players that we didn't have in the summer weren't available. If that was different, we would have gotten an attacking player in the summer when we did our signings as well. So I'm not going to let you just say, oh, you got to agree, Vader, because you guys went. We got a player because we had injuries.
Okay, so why'd you get a defender? Because you got injuries, or you actually need a defender regardless?
I mean, the back line is looking shaky. Disgusting shaky.
Okay, but Bice, an injury to John Stones, an injury to Gavardio, who's been our most consistent defender, and Diaz at the time is why we went into the Jan market again to get players. Typically, we don't do this when we're healthy. We went, like last season, due to an injury woe, to go and get players.
All right, so as Man City, now that you won your game back and they've all played, do you feel like you're now headed in the right direction and you can see yourself going back into winning ways?
We got to go one game at a time. I've said this, the next 4 games is where my entire season rides on the next 4 games. Because I'm playing in the UCL, I'm playing in the Prem, and I'm playing in a cup run. It could all go the wrong way with poor results. So first of all, we got the result versus Wolves. Happy, I'm mad happy, and I left there with no injuries. That's actually my biggest concern. When I have these games played, I'm more so let me get out of there with the result and no injuries. That's what makes me happy right now. The performance, I'm kind of calm with. Did we look a little sloppy second half? Yes. Did we take our foot off the gas? Yes. But Pep and these players knew that we couldn't keep this losing ways going. Now, the reason why I also have a lot of different energy when you want to refer to my club and us being cowardly and all this kind of stuff when we're now taking an approach to be a little more defensive is because toe-to-toe, if we had the depth like you, Arsenal, we're not playing this way. We're playing full tilt. We're playing our style of ball. But when we have the unfortunate injuries that we've got to deal with, my manager is making the adjustment to get the result. Wolves, I'm calm with. Performance from the players that I wasn't mentioned, but I'm going to mention them. Marmouche, I'm dealing with things I have to go against, not only rivals, but my freaking fan base. My freaking fan base are telling me that Pep is too stubborn. He's too loyal. He has his favorites. He's never going to change. Oh, why didn't he play Marmouche?
Welcome to my life.
Yeah. No, I get you. You're on the front lines all the time.
It's the same thing that people say about Klopp. He's too loyal. He has his favourites. Well, it's the same lines that
It's a lot of nonsense. I just thought I didn't have that nonsense in my fan base. I thought it was exclusive to you guys. I'm realizing I got silly people in my fan base.
Vader, you and me are the same. We are the same. Even Egal, you, me, and Vader. We're biased.
I refuse. I refuse to be like you guys.
The only difference is my managers don't stay around long enough for the favorites to fail. That's the issue.
Do you forget that there is stands for basically every fan? Every club has stands.
Yeah.
And if your favorite players are not playing, they're gonna go crazy. But we got M in the building.
There's guys that still say we should go back for Hudson Odoi, bro. Please.
Before we finish off with City, M wanted to talk to me about a certain somebody. M, what do you want to say, man?
Wait, you finish off with City? Who are you talking about, Mbeumo?
No, we were talking about Vader, and we were just talking about City. But you, M, welcome. You wanted to speak about the Arsenal game. What are you saying, man?
Yeah, no.
Wait. Before you introduce M, no. I don't like this new M. This new M with the green screen. What's going on here?
Relax. Let me speak. All right,
I'm telling you, bro.
He's a new man.
He's glitchy, bro.
No. Bias, you as well. You better listen to this as well, bro. Open up them lenses, bro. Listen, bro. I'm telling you now. every single one of you, yeah, except Rack, every single one of you need to apologize. Yeah, Vader, you as well. Yeah, including you.
I agree.
Apologize for what?
Nah, including you, yeah, because the shit that you were talking last week whilst that guy was away and you were hosting.
Yeah.
You know, you were talking like, oh yeah, this ain't gonna happen. You know, oh yeah.
Arsenal. No, I said Arsenal's gonna slap you guys. Like.
Yeah. And then what happened? We smoked them, bro.
You did.
We did. Yeah. And that was after smoking you, and you were talking all that smack.
All right, I will apologize for believing too much in Arsenal's
ability. This is the second week in a row, guys.
Go on. Rainy, you said you're going to do it. Do it.
Talking your shit.
Rainy, you said you're going to do it. Do it. Go on. We're waiting.
God.
I said it was going to be a 2-2 draw. But hear me out. Listen, lad. Listen. I am sorry for nothing. I'm sorry for nothing. I thought you were going to get the 2-2 draw, but guess what? I thank you. I thank you because you made my weekend. You made my weekend, and I thank you for that. I don't apologize for my prediction because I thought you guys were going to bottle it.
That's the second time, you know. That's the second time your eyes start popping out your head, bro.
I respect you. I respect you for doing what you're doing.
And Beta, you as well.
I'll apologize. I'll apologize.
This whole, you get it right when it rains. You get it right once when it rains. Don't expect it to rain all the time. Fuck off with that, bro. Like, it's game over, yeah?
All right, let me apologize. Okay, I sincerely, I humbly ask that you forgive me for what I said in the last show because I had too much belief in this Arteta Arsenal, in their ability to get a result at home versus this United. My bad for having so much belief.
Bro, a gal jumped on my show. He only took one player from like a combined 11. He took Bruno.
Oh, that was disrespectful. Yeah, that was disrespectful.
Egal, you need to apologize too. Egal, you need to apologize too.
Yeah, you gotta apologize.
Hold on. I'm getting on to the gal, bro. Hold on, man. Hold on. We didn't start with the gal. I did say, listen, a gal, all this talk that you've been talking, bro, about Arsenal having the best defense in the league and how we're not gonna, and you don't want no players from Man United, bro, in a combined 11.
Are you dumb?
Yeah. You don't want no players from Man United's team. You don't want, bro. And Mbeumo might be a good shout over Saka if you just, just a little debate. Just letting you know, bro. And not only that,
Starboy. Oh my God, what's going on with Starboy?
Hold on. There's a little list of guys. Do you know why? Because Vader, he likes to get onto a certain Phil Foden. He likes to get onto a certain Dorgu. He likes to get onto.
Nobody knew his name 4 weeks ago.
Bro, relax, man. Give me my moment, yeah? Bukayo Saka, 0 goals in 13 appearances, all comps. What?
Wow.
What?
Cherry picking stats.
Hold on. Victor Gyökeres, 0 non-penalty goals in the last 11 appearances. What? Hello? Am I just trying to compare him to Sesko? Relax, bro. Relax. Calma. Hey,
wait. What has Sesko done?
Hey.
4 and 17.
Gabriel Martinelli, 0 goals in the last 13 Premier League appearances.
Wow.
Bro.
Let me help you out with this.
And you're talking shit about, like what? Hey, madueke, 0 goals in the last 25 Premier League appearances.
Ooh.
Wow.
Like, bro.
That has more to do with Chelsea than Arsenal.
Whoa.
What?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Saying, man, like,
Brother, he was injured in January, came back March.
He hasn't even played 24 games for Arsenal.
Hey, man. I must say this.
By the way, if you're going to show that graphic, can we also not show that this also applies to any team? You can cherry pick any team's best attackers and show that they've been on this set of run in open play goals.
No, you can't.
But why are you specifically defining that as cherry picking? Why have you used the word cherry picking intentionally to denigrate that, right? Because actually it's not cherry, it's just stats. It's the stat. Your most prolific or most important attacking players haven't delivered. It's not cherry picking.
You got Gyökeres, Martinelli, Madueke, Trossard. By the way,
You can just say that you know you're right. You're right.
All right, 1 second. First things first. The reason why I said it's cherry picking is because one, if you actually look at the
you get onto beta for this shit, bro. You say only Holland scores.
1 second. If we're talking about they said 0 goals in 13 appearances, all comps for Bukayo Saka. Yeah, fair. In that time period, he's also gotten his bare game-winning assists. I'm not worried about that. They say non-penalty goals in 11 Premier League games. Conveniently, they exclude a semi-final versus Chelsea where he scored. They exclude.
Because we're talking about Premier League.
Bro. They exclude the game.
It's Premier League.
Oh, listen, man. I
You're doing too much, Egal.
I don't bring up cups.
Scoring is poor.
So let's include those. Let's include those. How many goals has he got in all comps then in that period?
Yeah, just admit that it's bad, Egal. Just admit.
Is it 4 goals in how many games?
2.
They said 11 Premier League games. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
No, you said 13. It was 13 Premier League games. How many games in all comps? If you're going to do the all comps thing, how many games is it all comps?
1 second.
Egal, don't do it. It's poor. You just admit your goal scoring is poor.
He has 9 goals. He has 9 goals all season, and in that time period that they're talking about, 11 games where he hasn't scored an open play goal or whatever, he scored in the Champions League and scored 3 goals in the Champions League and scored.
Bro, Premier League. Listen, let me repeat it for you. Yeah, Bukayo Saka, 0 goals in the last 13 appearances, all comps. Yeah, Victor Gyökeres, 0 non-penalty goals. Yeah,
the reason why you don't like the shoe on the other foot.
No. The reason why
Martinelli, 0 goals in 30.
You don't like when the shoe's on the other foot.
The reason why I don't like
get him, man. Get him.
The reason why I don't like this stuff is because you can do this with any player on any team.
You've been doing this for City, bro. Where's Foden?
7 goals all season ain't good enough.
Okay, if you guys want to talk about City, thank you for giving me the alley-oop. Erling Haaland, in the last 9 games in all competitions, 0 open play goals. Doku, in the last 14 games all competitions, 0 goals.
Yeah, that's kind of similar.
Bro. Phil Foden, in the last 11 games all comps, 0 goals. So if we're gonna do this, we can do this for everybody. You want me to continue?
No, you only did it for 3 players.
All right, can we say this? Can I say this? I'm gonna say this. You say when we're talking about, we're not picking just like, they didn't pick like a random amount of games. They said like the last 13 Premier League games, they said 9 for Haaland. Saka has 7 goals in all comps this season. 7 goals in all comps.
He's not even their most important player at Arsenal.
7 goals in all competitions. Is that good enough? It's almost February.
Saka is supposed to be a leader, and he's performing like this. In their title-winning season, he's like the 4th, maybe the 5th most important player on this team right now. It's looking nasty.
Haaland has 26 goals. Haaland has 26
helping
goals.
Out, bro. Like you like to get onto beta for.
Saka's getting carried. He ain't carrying nobody on this team.
He's having a bad season in terms of the numbers and the quality of performance. In terms of the numbers, some of the quality of performance.
Both in terms of numbers and performances, having a bad season. He's basically just having a bad season.
Because all right, look,
that's 100%.
We're talking about we're talking about a top 3 right winger in the Premier League.
1 second, bro. If you've watched Eden Hazard play throughout his career, you know what Bukayo Saka is going through right now. He's not getting the goals. He's not getting the assists.
But the thing is, Hazard could have a game with no G and get man of the match.
That's
Saka's
what he did 3 times this season.
The game.
Bro, that's what Bukayo Saka did 3 times this season. Man of the match versus Wolves, no goal, no assist. Man of the match versus Brighton. Man of the match versus another team. He had multiple performances this season.
Another team. What other team?
This Wolves team is historically the worst Premier League team we've ever seen.
Another team.
I tell you. So
this Wolves team is the worst Premier League team we've seen in our history.
Okay, I could go through it. And find you more, but just give me a second. Like, I don't know them off the top of my head.
I'm just saying this. In this season is the worst I've seen of Bukayo Saka in terms of Arsenal.
And it's their title-winning season.
Okay, go back to the Fulham game where we won 1-0.
Their title-winning season, and Saka is looking his worst. Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
The season's not done. At the end of the day, I see players go on a run for the last 3 months and get called player of the season.
Like what you guys did with Havertz the year he got there.
What?
Remember the last 3 months of the season, they went on this crazy run. All of a sudden, everybody was saying the 60 M's is repaid.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but we were always making comments about Havertz for 60 million down the drain. Anyways, you should be grateful that guy won you a Champions League. Long story short,
thanks for the UCL, but bro,
long story short,
19 goals in 4 years in the Prem.
One second, guys. We gotta talk about other clubs in a second. But before we go, is Arsenal's attack underperforming?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think that
Trossard has been the best attacker this season.
I don't think that's the reason why we lost to Man United. I don't think the attack underperforming is the reason why we what do you call it, drew to Liverpool or Nottingham Forest. The main thing for me lately,
the team's not scoring goals, Gal.
The main thing for me, the main thing for me lately has been, number one, what are the patterns of play? That is the thing.
Oh, bro, yeah, get a corner. Let's just get a corner.
I need to see what these guys are doing.
What's your patterns of play? Get a
Can
corner.
we break down the patterns of play? Can we break down these patterns of play? Can we break down the patterns of play? Because it's a serious issue. The patterns of play is a serious issue.
That's where I'm looking at. I'm looking at what are we doing in possession to progress the ball quicker. Because if
you guys don't progress the ball.
If Zubimendi was looking to progress the ball, he wouldn't have passed the ball back to Mbeumo. He would have passed
Zubi.
But the thing with it, right? The thing with it is this, right? You guys don't play the ball through the middle of the pitch. You guys just don't. You give it to Odegaard, who gives it to Saka, who does a fake cross and cut in, just to give it to Odegaard for him to run to the middle of the pitch.
One of the most creative players in the world.
I'm just saying. Listen, I'm gonna say this, but it's not being utilized because there's no bravery when it comes to that system. There's no risk.
Bro,
the obsession with minimalizing risk is what's not getting the best out of your creative players. Yes or no?
Bukayo Saka is creating a ridiculous amount of chances. The issue I have is his starting point is so far from goal that Timber and him are basically swapped positions. I need Ben White on the pitch again because I like Timber, but I need Ben White because his creativity is great.
Wait. I'm not gonna let that one slide. Best right back in the league during Timber should not play, so Ben White can play. Finished Ben White.
I never said that. Anyways,
that's what you just said.
I've never said Ben White. I've never said what you call it, Timber's the best right back in the league. I said he's a great right back. And he's one of the top right backs. But hey. Anyway, let's get on to some other stuff because I feel like at this point we've gone over everything.
I can go over the stuff again though, just to reaffirm everything.
Em's still got plenty ready to go.
No, 100%, bro. Because
we've been going for an hour.
No, I'm just saying though. Last thing I'm gonna say, Bias, you as well, bro. Don't be coming on all looking smart with the shades on, looking like James Bond, bro. I'm telling you now. You laughed at me last stream, bro. You laughed at me last stream and the stream before that.
3 points,
are you gonna learn your lesson? Are you gonna learn your lesson moving forward about Manchester United?
Listen. I believe at the end of the season, you guys are gonna be somewhere no one predicted you would ever be. And I'm gonna say,
I hear it.
And I'm gonna say,
let's move on to it, Gal.
Same old.
I predicted you to finish 5th to start the season, by the way.
No one cares about that. Listen, bro. Right now, are you gonna put pressure on your team and your manager, bro? Are you gonna put pressure on your underperforming players, bro? Are you gonna put pressure on your manager who decided to sit there and bring on 4 subs? Like, what the hell's the what?
Kitchen sinking at 55 minutes. Disgusting work.
Bro.
The pressure is not on Arsenal. We're already 4 points clear. You
melted. You melted like
the pressure is on City
in the summer, the hot summer.
The pressure is on City to beat Tottenham, which they struggle to do on a regular basis. So let's see. Anyways,
Egal, you can't say that because you know this is Arsenal's year again.
Yeah, but you know
of
something.
Of all teams. No, because you are in a tweet you concurred with the opinion that Mikel Arteta is the second best manager in the Premier League.
He is.
Right. He is. Okay. Egal, can you say that if you don't win the Premier League?
Probably not.
No, you can't. Exactly. So winning the Premier League is very, very important. So that comment that you made on Twitter, when you were concurring with this guy saying it doesn't matter when Mikel Arteta wins the Premier League, I'm not going to think any different. It's easy to say that. Because you're assuming you're going to win. If you're going to lose, you definitely won't be saying that because people will laugh at you.
Where do you guys put Arteta amongst the best managers in the league right now?
Without winning or with winning?
Right now.
Well, you haven't won anything yet.
So where do you put him?
I still say he's top 5.
Who's ahead of him? That's my point.
Carrick.
Carrick. Are you keeping Carrick?
Yeah, no, bro. He's beat him twice. Yeah,
No,
my manager's been here for a week and a half. How long's your manager been here?
In all honesty, I think he's probably top 3, top 2.
Are you keeping Carrick?
Over Arteta, 100%.
I'd put Slot.
No, are you keeping Carrick as the Manchester United manager?
I'm keeping him over Arteta.
Emery as well. 4.
Emery's not better than Arteta. Emery's not better than Arteta.
I've seen Emery beat him at every turn.
If Arteta doesn't win the league, what's the basis for you? You yourself want Arteta sacked if you don't win the league.
I will have to have that discussion if it happens.
You see you. You are a different
You saw that, eh? You
are a different type of guy. Just say it, bro. He has to win something. He hasn't been to a final since he saw Frank Lampard in one.
Hey, guess what? We're going to be in a cup final because of your team losing at them.
Him and Frank Lampard were in the final the last time. And Frank Lampard's been sacked and rehired at Chelsea since then.
Hey, guys, enough about this bullshit. Long story short, Arteta does have to win. The pressure is on Arsenal. But I'm just saying, the pressure on the next game, we play Leeds, we have to win that, and then pressure goes back to City. Every time we win a game, pressure goes to City or whoever's behind us. I personally don't think Villa are going to be anywhere near us come the end of the season. I think they're very fraudulent. And right now, if you guys think Arsenal's fraudulent, whatever.
But I said the same thing about Newcastle.
I'm just going to say this right now. Everyone is hoping that Arsenal bottle it. But in actual reality, they're living in a fantasy land because Arsenal have squad depth. Arsenal's a much more experienced team. Arsenal have better players than they previously had. And as much as you guys want Arsenal to lose the league for City, this City team is not the same as what
I've heard all of this before.
I think it's crazy. It's crazy to say fantasy land. Until you do it, people are justified in having questions, right?
No, I think
ultimately, City, you have to go to Emirates.
Before.
Yeah.
I've heard
you have to go to the
Emirates. Don't talk about squad depth if you're just going to blame the depth when they don't keep the level.
Well, I'm not blaming the depth. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
No, but you did.
We've seen when guys go down.
And you know something? Yesterday was an anomaly. It's not.
An anomaly, bro. This has been coming for a while, bro. Look at your performance against Nottingham Forest, bro. Look at your performance.
Nottingham Forest didn't do shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you didn't do shit. Agal, it's about your team. It's about your team setting up to play defensive football. That's what it's about. A champion.
At this point, can we have a logical conversation about
let's have a logical conversation, bro. Do you believe in your team coming through this season, bro? Do you believe in your team coming through and winning the Premier League this season?
I believe yesterday was a humiliation ritual. Every team that wins the league has to lose to Man United, and we were going to
a humiliation ritual?
Yeah,
bro.
Listen, I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that, yeah? Listen, I can't lie. The only ritual yesterday was seeing your goalkeeper get ripped from 40 yards out. I'm not going to lie. Twice.
Every team that won the league. Twice. Every team that wins the league has to lose to Man United, apparently. It's part of
No. That's absolute bullshit. That's like, no. Do you know what you could have done? Set up. You know what you could have done? Not lost at home. You know what you could have done? Be humble.
Enjoy it, bro.
Let me enjoy it then. Give me a second. Let me enjoy it.
Enjoy
it then. All right, let me enjoy it. All right, cool. Let me enjoy it.
Let's move on.
Oh, bro,
Liverpool's year from hell continues as they lose another game. And could this mean that time's up for Arne Slot? Let's ask Rack. Rack, what are you saying? If by the end of the week you have your new manager as Xabi Alonso, would you be surprised?
I'd be surprised, but I'm as close as I've ever been to being slot out because it's unacceptable, man. It's unacceptable. Getting Champions League football. Look, we can all look at micro decisions and all that kind of stuff, but ultimately, if you're the manager and you take the credit when you win, you also have to take the credit or negative aspects when you lose. So ultimately, it's still on slot. And the fact is, we were 2-0 down against Bournemouth. This is a Bournemouth who obviously are languishing towards the bottom of the table, and it's just not good enough. And he needs to fix up. Everybody needs to fix up, but the manager's not blameless, and it's really appalling at the moment. Like, we can't have a situation when we don't get Champions League football. That'll be.
Well, would the club pull the trigger?
Potentially, yeah. I think as long as we're in contention or we're there or thereabouts, I think they'll stick with him. But if any kind of gap starts opening up, and also, I mean, bear in mind, probably the top 5 are going to get Champions League football this year. So
is it top 5 or top 4?
It should be 4, but I think England have the best coefficient. So the top 2 coefficient-wise will get the 5th place. And right now, it looks like that's going to be English teams. Plus, it looks like from the Champions League groups, almost all the English teams are going to go through. That will help the coefficient. I think Villa in the what's it called? They're probably going to go through. So, I mean, England's looking good for the coefficient, which obviously the amount of money English teams have, it's not a surprise. It shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. And so we have to be there. No excuses. If we don't get Champions League football, he's got to go. That's undoubted.
You know what? I just seen a media article about how Man United could be one of the 5 teams in Premier League history to come back from a 12-point deficit.
12-point deficit to what? To do what?
Right.
To win the league.
Yeah.
Don't piss me off.
Bro, don't laugh. I'm just saying, bro. Like, you've been bottling it. Like, look,
listen. That cigar I have for the end of the season when you guys don't win it, Egal. Because it's still in my drawer. Remember, I showed you that cigar weeks ago. I told you.
You're gonna have to mail it to me,
bro. I'm lighting it up at the end of the season when you guys don't win.
And if you win, you're gonna light it up for me anyways.
Thank you, because I need.
Egal, listen. As a neutral, right? Even though I don't mind Arsenal winning it, if Arsenal don't win it, it will from a neutral point of view, it will be quite funny to see what happens. Just like
this is why I said it's more of a La La Land situation. Like,
it's not La La Land. It's very plausible. Because City, you've got to play City, and if they beat you at the Emirates, then you at the Etihad, then you'll only have a point ahead as it stands right now.
Don't you feel like this is a blip? The last 3 games.
Well, the thing is, I think Arsenal's ability to score goals is questionable. Look, Arsenal's ability to score goals is questionable. City's ability to keep clean sheets is questionable. I don't think City have it in them to win the league right now, right?
Okay.
But just for science purposes only, it'll be quite funny to see what happens if Arsenal don't win the league again 4 times coming second. It will be pretty funny. Come on.
Of course, everyone who's not an Arsenal fan is gonna find it extremely funny.
Yeah, it'll be funny.
The Arsenal fans who don't like
cooking
Arteta
that you'll get at the end of the season will be legendary.
By the way, guys, Jay couldn't make it, but imagine this: next week, Spurs face Man City. They want to lose that game. Do they sack the manager or do they keep him?
Nah, I don't think they sack Frank. I think they give Frank.
Thomas Frank's an Arsenal fan. If they keep him, he's gonna try to win that game.
I just think. I think they give Frank. I think they're gonna let Frank ride out the season, bro.
Well, he's a professional. It doesn't matter if he's an Arsenal fan or not.
He has no key players, bro. Frank has no key players. I just think it's unfair to let him go after this season. As long as he can get close to the European spots, I don't see them letting him go. Give him a season with the key guys.
Bro, even Jay saying Thomas Frank should go.
It's sad. I mean, we'll have to see, man. I just think it's unfair. He has nobody. Bar Kudus.
Could you guys see them losing the game?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yo.
Semenyo's looking like starting of the season, and he just came there last 2 weeks.
No, man. No, I'm here. Yo.
He said if it's too late.
No worries. I muted him. Don't worry. Continue.
I just think he has nobody. It's unfortunate if they let him go, Babin. He has nobody to work with, bro. Practically nobody. Nobody except for probably Richarlison and Kudus. And Kudus, let me not speak. I know he's been playing.
You know what? I just realized people just want to dunk on Arsenal, and it's only your third chance you've been able to do that this season in the Premier League, so fair play. But when it comes to Man City, they've been so inconsistent. They could lose to Spurs on the weekend. If we drop points to Leeds, call me a fraud as much as you want to. But I don't think we're going to drop points to Leeds. And Wednesday we play in the Champions League. I don't want to see a single starter. Play all the kids.
In the champs.
Well, we've already secured top two.
Tell me if you think this is accurate and whether you think this could potentially be problematic, right? Arteta is risk averse. I think he will take risks to some extent, but I don't think he's a bit of a control. You could argue that's similar to Pep, but I think he figures that if he keeps the game tight, that Arsenal will do just enough to get the win more often than not. Whereas other managers, Pep specifically, I think, is more open to being more adventurous. So he also thinks that City will win more games than lose, but he's willing to take more risks in that endeavour. Whereas Arteta is more Arteta is more like, you know what, if we keep it tight, we're more likely to win the game 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, whatever the case may be. Whereas Pep has more of a attacking or adventurous mindset. Do you think that's a reasonable assumption, and do you think that could be problematic?
I think the problem is that they have more experience getting over the line. When it comes to Arsenal not being able to get over the line, that's the main thing. I don't care about how you do it. Like, there's been risk-adverse managers.
No, but of course, but you may not care about how they do it, but obviously Arteta is thinking about how to do it, right? He's not just thinking, "Oh, these guys have got to do it." He's paid. He's as a manager, he's paid to work out how to do it.
Do you not consider Antonio Conte and Jose risk-adverse?
Yeah.
So did they not win league titles by legitimate?
But that's not. That's what. But what I'm saying, do you think that Arteta is more of a Antonio Conte or a Mourinho? Yeah. Do you think he approaches it like, you know what, we'll just keep it tight, and in a tight game, we have the difference makers either individually or collectively to get the goal that will win us the game more often than not? And do you think that's one approach? Whereas I don't think Pep has that approach of let's keep it tight. Pep has the idea of let's be a bit more aggressive and try and win.
Yeah, Rack. If we win the league, we win based off how strong is, and I think it's always going to be based off of how solid we can keep it at the back and how much we can limit our opponents from scoring goals. So when we concede 3 goals at the Emirates, it's going to be tough to win anyways.
Yeah, but that's what I'm asking is, do you think that's the way that he approaches the games, and do you think that can be problematic?
I think the approach that's problematic is once we take a lead sitting back. That is the problematic approach. I don't think approaching the game with the mindset that we're going to be slightly more pragmatic is a problem. I think it's only a problem when you do it consistently once you've taken a lead and you have a stranglehold over the game. If you have a stranglehold over the game, you should kill off the game. You don't need to be pragmatic in every game.
Yeah, I
answer your question or put you in a mind twist.
No, I think I kind of described Arteta's approach. It is a safety first mindset, and I think that can be enough to win you the league, absolutely, and definitely your defense is definitely much stronger than your attack.
You know what?
Right?
I don't even know how much I agree with that, because I do think
your defense. You don't think your defense is better than your attack?
No, our attack.
I think your defense is.
Our defense is.
I think your defense is significantly better than your attack.
our defense is definitely better than our attack, but we're also judged differently. We can go into a game where our opponent is sitting back for 90 minutes, and then we're called risk adverse. It's weird.
No, but I mean, but everybody's
Nottingham Forest sat back the whole game with no intentions to play. Liverpool sat back majority of the game with not too much intention to play, and we were
really. We didn't. You weren't out here. You weren't out there swashbuckling attack after attack against Liverpool. That's not how the game went. Even against Forest, it was pretty stalemate. It was a pretty dull game. It's not like you were like attack like Man United of old. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't how the game was. The game was cagey, and as I said before, Arteta is the whole point. The way that he likes set up is have a cagey game, and in the cagey game, more often than not, Arsenal will get the goal that will make the difference.
Hey, I hear you, but honestly, I just feel like there's two conversations that we're having. One, we can have the conversation about Arteta's tactics going into games, and two, how those tactics and how the results covered, I feel like they don't match up.
Ultimately, if you win the league, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. A lot of these things don't matter if we win the league. But one thing that will matter is up until the end of the season, until we actually do lift a Premier League trophy or a Champions League, people will have major questions over Arsenal, and deservedly so.
Deservedly so. Yes, deservedly so. I agree.
Until we do it, you can continue to criticize. I agree. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here. Big up, everybody. We'll catch you guys in the next one. You already know what it is. Egal Talks Football. We're out of here, people. Peace.